guys, welcome to tonight's bbcan 9 chat. I just realized I was like so much shorter than you.
I know.
More than usual.
It's episode 12. So last time they said, oh my god,
we got a huge twist. It's the invisible HOH.
And no one's going to know. No one's going to know who did the noms. No one's going to know
who made this party, who did the moves. And the HOH winner is going to get to have the opportunity to play in the POV competition for once. They're going to get to play in the next HOH competition.
Whoa.
Can you imagine if they had back-to-back HOHs?
That would be sick.
That'd be insane.
All right, so the rocks were falling. We're in the HOH competition. Mm-hmm. It's called Falling Rocks. No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the hell it was called.
I didn't think that was the official name, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
Everyone's in their
cubicle, and they're, marking each time they see a rock
Wait,
fall.
There's a wall up here. You can't. Don't look.
Yeah, so they had their little Jeopardy buzzers, and they were trying to keep track. But it was interesting because there would be, long stretches where there wasn't anything, and then it would be
Yeah, because people were like...
Yeah, you just gotta, stare at it the whole entire time.
Because the conveyor belt would be coming, but no rocks would be on it, and then a lot of rocks, and then not so many rocks.
You cannot lose your focus.
And then Arissa said, house guest.
Time for some temptations.
All right, if 3 of you turn around for 1 minute, we get a feast for the house. Any takers?
They were like, no. If it's not directly benefiting me and no one else, then I don't want it.
Then they were like, oh, shit, now we got to really up the ante here. How about a slot pass, but you only have to turn around for
the longest of
the
anyone.
Longest. Yeah.
Whoever turns around for the longest gets the slot pass. So you would literally just spin around, and that's your entry.
Right.
Tara and Victoria were the only 2 that went for it, and Tara was just
yeah.
And Victoria was
back.
Yeah, so it really was not very long at all.
So she went, I want the slot pass.
Yeah. Victoria's face during this whole competition, every time something would happen.
Winner.
Amazing. Yeah.
But I like this one better.
I was wondering why you brought that over here.
I really brought that over here to spank the dogs with it.
Oh!
And by spank, I mean...
Yeah, she's doing this thing where she's it's
and they're freaked out by it. They're just okay.
Well, they're not freaked out. It's not like they're let's...
It makes them quiet.
Right, but they're not
No, they're not cringe. They're just Meh.
I just don't want anyone in the comments being how dare you? But anyway, this has gotten way off track.
All right, well... Then Arissa says, well, did she even say how many rocks fell?
I don't think so.
No.
She was saying, we're getting close to the end here. We're doing a little check-in. And one of you is really bad at this. So...
Oh, we can't have this.
Oh, whoever...
Sorry.
Oh, whoever is the furthest off from the correct answer, we're letting you know now.
Right.
It's Tina. So
they didn't say it's Tina.
Well, no, but
it was revealed that it was Tina to us, not to them.
Okay, and to Tina.
Right.
So she has the choice. She can either keep going and try and win this thing, or she can forfeit the competition and get a letter from home. Whoa!
Letter from home. That was easy.
Yeah. So that's exciting for her. That was kind of confusing on the feeds because it almost seemed like the HOH got to pick someone who got a letter or something, but no, she forfeited the competition for that. We didn't get to see it on the show though, her letter.
No, we didn't. And then they said, all right, all of the rocks have dropped. So you can add or subtract if you want. Mm-hmm. And people were going up by 1 or 2.
Some people were changing their answers around. Tara was like, I love the number 11, so I'm going to add 11 to my number.
How lucky was that 11 for her? Because
this is wild.
Tied her number with Vic.
They both had 688.
Right. I forget what the actual amount was.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the correct amount was, but holy crap. That's crazy that there was a tie.
Right.
So then they had to do a tiebreaker, but everyone was participating in this so that it wouldn't, like, give anything away. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, it came down to Tara and Victoria.
How long did it take us to make this competition? Was the answer. Was the question. This isn't Jeopardy.
These late night episodes.
I
man.
know. It's
I love how
me.
9 p.m. is like late night now.
I know. My brain is dead right now.
Mm-hmm.
So the answer was 42, and Victoria guessed 41.
Spicy V! That was crazy.
And
they're like, don't react. Please don't react.
Was Tara like 50?
She had 50 something, like 51 or 52,
yeah.
I think. But yeah, Spicy V with another win. She really is a comp beast.
She really is.
Isn't that crazy?
And she was all like,
yeah, she's like, but that's crazy that you gotta hold that in.
I know.
That's tough.
So everybody gets back into the house, and it is Paranoia Central.
Yeah, we didn't get to see a lot of this or any of this on the feeds because the feeds were down for like that whole entire night into the next. I don't even remember now if it was morning or afternoon.
What did they show? Like a minute of the feeds and then they cut them again?
No, they didn't turn it back on at all.
I thought there was like a little leak after
Not
that.
until like the next day.
Yeah.
So they were really keeping it under wraps.
So everybody's walking around. The only person who is not the HOH is Kiefer. That's a guarantee. That's a lock.
Yeah.
Tina and Tara are talking. And they're like, was me.
This is the perfect opportunity to put up a strong duo like Ty and Jet.
Like the boys.
Mm-hmm. And they're hoping that whoever is the invisible HOH, they're going to go for it this week, even if it's somebody who's aligned with them.
Right.
Because this is the week to do it. You can get away with it if nobody figures out it's you. Mm-hmm. So they're like, let's hope.
That's kind of stupid, though. I mean, yes, you need to take a shot at the people that you're going to be going to the end with, but you got to get to the end first.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to say something like that when you're not working with those people. You know what I mean? Like, of course, they're going to be like, it's the smartest move. You got to take them out now.
No, you got to get to the end first.
But for somebody like Beth. Anyway.
Well, Brayden thinks it was Ty because Ty smiled really big when he stepped out of his cubicle.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much stuff that they can go off of at this point. And then meanwhile, Beth and Ty think it's Brayden because he was all smiley and happy after the competition.
He's always smiley and happy, though.
Not
Except
always.
when he's like... All right,
Victoria, meanwhile, Spicy V.
She is having a great time in her room.
Yeah.
Having
She's
a great
celebrating.
time.
She's having fun with it.
I'm surprised I didn't hear her stomping around up there. Because these walls are paper thin, let's face it. So, Ro and Austin are having a chat.
That was crazy how well they were communicating with each other in the ball pit when, like, other people were in there and they were just like, I would have been like, what? Oh, I can't. What?
They must
Speak
be
up.
really good at reading
They
lips.
were really good at it, yeah. They had, like, a full-on conversation.
They seem to think it's Ty.
Yeah.
This whole episode was just like,
I think it's this person.
It's this person.
I think it's that person.
Wait, I think it's this, but
there
this
was
person
a good amount of that. Yeah. Well, eventually, people started to kind of, like, eliminate themselves from the suspicion.
I'm being worried about people starting to eliminate themselves, though, like volunteering that information. Tara. She's like,
Tara was all like, I was in the tiebreaker.
I'm just going to say it right now. I don't have it. I was in the tiebreaker.
Well, I mean, like, everybody basically was saying they don't have it. But
guess what, Tara? Everyone was in the tiebreaker.
You know what she means. And then Tina was saying, I got the letter. What's up?
All right. I'm surprised Victoria didn't say, well, I just got the slot pass. Because that would have been, like, another...
Yeah.
I didn't win.
She could have been like, I turned around for like 5 minutes. I didn't get it.
Right.
That would be interesting if she had gone that route.
That would have been smart. Victoria tells Kiefer that she has it. Kind of.
She was messing with him. She was all like, I don't have it. And then she's like, after they celebrate, she's like, but I don't have it. And she was going back and forth. Yeah. It was pretty funny, but I am shook that Kiefer is like her closest ally right now.
Yeah.
Who would have expected that?
Not me.
I'm not super happy about it, but it is what it is, right? I mean,
I guess who would expect the two of them to be working together?
I guess, right? With their history and everything. Yeah.
So Victoria still gets her Wendy's.
I was wondering how they were going to still work the Wendy's in there.
She got a message from her BFF, Natalie. Mm-hmm. I thought her boyfriend's brother was her BFF.
You can have more than one BFF.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
Best friend, not best group of friends.
Anyway, you can have more than one. So, I feel like I remember them saying for that day, they spent like a lot of time alone in individual rooms to like be able to do this kind of stuff.
Let her take a shower too? Because I mean, the smell of Wendy's
I feel like whenever you eat fast food,
pretty thick.
It's all like, forget about her breath, but like
everywhere.
It's in your hair, it's on your clothes. So nobody picked up on that?
Well, maybe since she didn't pull up in her little car,
I don't know. Pick it up. She wasn't sitting in the car with the food, just like...
I always loved taking the kids for fast food, and then the next day getting in my car to go to work, and it smelled like the fast food restaurant.
You're sick.
That's right.
All right. Well, anyway, she still got to enjoy her Wendy's and bite the burger and everything, and that's great.
She had to eat it in the diary room, though.
And she only got one bag of food, which is like nothing compared to what we've seen.
All right. So, yeah, really.
They usually have like 5 bags. That's an exaggeration.
And she only got one drink, no Frosty. All right, so Ro and Ty and Jed are having an HOH chat.
Was it you? Was it you? This whole week, I've seen a lot of people comparing it to the Spider-Man meme where it's like the 2 Spider-Men that are pointing at each other.
Spider-Men.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, Victoria would have to be a great liar if it was her because she doesn't seem like it's her. It doesn't seem like it's her. And Ty would have to be a great liar.
Ro was also saying, I'm hearing your name getting thrown around. And Ty's like, what? But then he's like, yeah, I've heard that too.
And Jed was like, Ty, you got to be a great liar because my head's so far up your ass, I'd never, you'd never be able to get it past me.
Jeez.
So
Ro is pretty convinced that it's Ty.
Yeah. Well, Ty and Jed think that it's either Braden or Austin.
This is all over the place. So they're like, we need to pitch to these two just in case it's one of them. Mm-hmm. So they went to the Expedia Junior room. That's the newer.
I know. And Austin's like, you think it's us?
No, don't laugh. This is a real pitch.
But it's not us.
Well, Ty and Jed were basically like, we're the 2... like, really big duos left. No offense, Tina and Tara. But, if one of us goes, then the other one's going to become the target. So we got to all, like, work together.
Well, Austin thought them pitching to them was a cover-up.
Yeah, she was not buying that. This whole thing's a mess.
Wouldn't it be funny if nobody had it and Canada had it?
I could see...
that would be amazing.
Canada pulling something like that. Because they've pulled tricks on the house guests before like that.
I would love to see that.
Remember that time that they said somebody, like, broke a light? And they were, like, trying to figure out who it was, and it turns out it was all, like, a lie to watch them, like, scramble? Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah. All right, so Ty and Victoria have a chat, and he was sitting in a very...
that was weird.
Weird way. Why would you sit with your crotch open, exposed to the entire world, making it look like you're wearing a diaper?
Mention it all. Yeah, but anyway, they were talking about, obviously, the invisible HOH. And Victoria was like, do you think it's Beth? Victoria was trying very hard to pin it on anybody else she could, but her main targets were Beth, Ro, and Ty.
I thought her reasoning for it being Beth, her pitch was really good, that was her and Canada's thing, and, she was doing it for Canada, and it seemed pretty convincing.
I mean, she made a lot of good arguments throughout the week, and she's a very good liar.
She's a great liar. She's a real poker face, too, when she wants to be, although she was really laughing that...
she could be really over the top, too.
When she was saying not to use the veto. It was hilarious.
I mean, she's messy, but she is entertaining as hell to watch when the feeds are actually on.
So then, yep.
Sir, what are you doing?
Ty and Jed talk to Victoria about the HOH, and she's like, kids, there is nothing more than I would like for it to be a Final Four with you and me and Beth.
We don't want that.
She probably went out of the room and then was like, bleh.
No, I don't think
Really?
she was throwing up in her hand. No.
That's what she wants, actually?
I don't know about Final Four, but I think she wants to go deep with them.
Wow.
I don't know about Final Four, but definitely for like a while.
Why? Because they would be a meat shield?
I guess. I don't know.
And they would
I'm not going to try and make sense of Victoria's thought process because who knows at this point.
Okay. You know what? It probably would be a good idea. I just thought that
I don't know.
in the beginning she was opposed to them.
I mean, they haven't really shown up in competitions yet, but you never know when they're going to turn it on.
They're holding the aces until it's time.
Yeah. So Victoria had a chat with Austin, and Victoria's really not feeling Austin and Brayden right now. Well, before we get to that, though, she's like, oh...
Well, they kind of dissed her, didn't they?
Yeah, well, I was going to explain that. But they talked about how this would be a great time to go after the boys. Victoria says, yeah, I would put up Ty and Jed if I had it. But then after this conversation, Victoria was alone, and she was all like, I don't want to talk to you, Austin. So that's not a good sign. But yeah, she's really not happy with them because after her HOH week...
They didn't talk to her.
Not only did they not talk to her, but Austin and Brayden threw her under the bus hard to try and protect themselves. The oddballs, except for Tina and Tara, all tried to throw Victoria under the bus. So she was just like, no, screw that.
All right, it's ball pit chat again. Everyone meet in the ball pit in 5.
Isn't it have not time?
Not yet. Yes, it is. All right, so Kiefer, since he's the outgoing HOH, he reveals who the have-nots are. And
chosen by the invisible HOH.
Brayden, Austin, Victoria, and Kiefer.
Oh, okay. This is crazy for a few reasons. Number one, obviously, Victoria slopped herself.
Yeah.
And she was on slop just last week. So that's 2 weeks in a row.
Great decoy.
Yes and no. It kind of made it more obvious for some people, but then some people, it seemed like it did fool.
But who would put themselves on slop for 2 weeks in a row?
Somebody who's trying to hide that they're the HOH.
I mean, she did get the Wendy's and everything, so it probably wasn't that big of a deal.
Well, she also thought she'd be able to use her slot pass, but she kind of blew it with that. I think if she did use her slot pass, that would have been a huge red flag. Yeah. But she was trying with this move to frame either Ty, Jed, or Beth, because none of those 3 have been have-nots yet.
Right.
Aside from that first week when everyone was. So them not being picked again was kind of like a, whoa, I guess they're looking out for themselves. It's one of them. But some people were buying it more than others.
All right, well, now let's talk about the ball pit.
Okay.
So we got Austin and Brayden in there, and they're thinking, oh, man, it's Ro. Yeah,
they think that Ro did this, and he's trying to pin the blame on the throuple.
Wrong again. All right, and then
the throuple joins them.
Yes. And they said, well, Beth said, who would put themselves on slop for 2 weeks in a row?
Victoria. In this conversation, I can't even remember now if they showed it on the show or not, but like in this conversation, they were basically like, it's got to be Victoria.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're pretty confident at this point that it's Victoria.
I guess they edited that out because they want everyone
it to look like a secret.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, the throuple is pretty convinced that Victoria is the HOH, but Austin and Brayden are still kind of like in the dark. They don't know what's going on here.
So we see Victoria is in the lottery room, and she is giving us a good old-fashioned talk through the shortlist.
Whoa.
First time
Haven't seen one of these in a while.
Love it.
Do you?
No. No, I don't.
I could live without it.
So she's, her short list is Ty and Austin and Beth and Brayden and Jed. Whoa. That is a long short list.
It's a long short list.
That's a long one. So now it's time for noms, and Canada bringing it with the incredible CGI graphics.
Yeah.
The invisible HOH
Ooh,
walks down
creepy.
the stairs
Bleh.
and shows up on the screen. And
It's all like, my nominees.
do you think it was actually Victoria?
I don't think so.
But do you think it was her voice?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I feel like somebody could have possibly identified, like, somebody's speech patterns. So I think they probably just had somebody else do it, like a production person.
Okay.
I think. I mean, maybe it was her. I don't know.
So it's Austin and Braden. And when I found out before tonight, but when I did find out, I was shooketh.
Do you think this is a mistake?
Yes.
I do too. I mean, I get why she's mad at them, but I also feel like she's got bigger fish to fry at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I think Austin and Braden would be better allies to her than Jed and Ty.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know. I feel like this is just a golden opportunity to take out one of the guys.
Yeah, and she blew it. You blew it!
Yeah.
So the computer thing said, I have very good reasons for doing this, but unfortunately they will remain a mystery.
Unfortunately for you.
Right.
Yeah, because, I mean, they don't want to give it away. Sorry. They don't want to give it away by sharing the reasons.
It's past my bedtime. This can also come in handy.
The crazy thing is I'll probably be up for, like,
I know.
at least
4
3 more hours.
Yeah.
So they were not very happy about these nominations.
No. Braden was really pissed.
Yeah. And Austin was all like, don't touch me. It was intense. And they were extra pissed because this invisible HOH made them have-nots and nominated them. But I feel like that's kind of a standard BB thing that, like, you want to weaken your nominees by putting them on slop. I'm not saying it's, like, a nice thing to do, but
they don't get it.
It's not like this is, like, out of the question.
This is a game. This is for money. This is not for lip gloss.
I mean, maybe. You can buy a lip gloss with money. I don't know.
I guess.
But yeah, we got the veto coming up on Wednesday.
I'm tired.
All right. Well, we got to go then.
I can't deal with these 9 o'clock shows. It's just, I'm too tired.
All right.
We need
Good
7.
thing 2 out of 3 are at 9.
7. Yawn it out.
No. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what you thought in the comments. And until next time, much love.